Good morning, Martin, in the Philippines, and we're here in Real Talk Lifeline. So, just had a morning exercise and a good shower. So, let's get right into the challenge of the day. Challenge of the day: finances, stability, goals, work. So, those in the watching the live or the replay, and you have any experience related to finances, stability, goals, work, and you found something that works for you, feel free to share what has worked for you in the chat down below. Share with us your experiences because it might help a person, especially this person, who shared their greatest challenge in life right now. So, what I can share right now is just what has worked for me, the best lessons in my life that I could relate to this challenge. So let's start off finances. When it comes to finances, one thing that helped me is to have awareness. So, awareness in what area? Let's start with this. Are you more, how do I say this? Is it easier for you to earn money or to keep money, like to save it or to manage it? So those are two very different skill sets as I learned. So just to be very like a personal sharing, to make it more relatable, I have I have an easier time saving money. That's how I grew up. So when it comes to here in the Philippines they call that like being kuripot or something. I think that's kind of like a derogatory term, but I grew up that way. I learned that from my dad, like on the frugal side, make sure not to spend a lot, save money, for a rainy day. My challenge is I have a hard time learning the side of earning money. So, for this person sharing their challenge when it comes to finances, do you have an easy time earning money or do you have an easy time saving money? I know some people who have a really easy time earning money, it's not an issue, but then they keep spending it and they feel like, why don't I have any money left all the time? So that awareness might help you because we can actually work on one of the areas. Now, if there's a person who doesn't know how to earn money and then they don't know how to save money or manage it, that's like the worst combination. There's still hope actually because we can actually learn both sides of it. So I'll give a quick backstory also, as it will relate from finances to stability, the second concern. So, ironic because in 2014, I started work as a financial consultant, and then in my first years, 2015, I achieved Achievers Club, and then 2016, 17, and 18, I even qualified for this $1 million round table. So, for the person who has this concern, you might wonder, okay, so you got finances down. How about stability? So, in 2018, there was one moment that really hit me that kind of shook me because I'll just say it this way: you could have $1 million in your bank account, but I didn't feel like a millionaire. So, what happened was, again, very personal sharing. I withdrew half a million in cash, went to a motorcycle dealership, and bought a big bike. So it costs like as much as a car or something like that. So when I saw the bank account slashed in half, I felt like, what if I do this again tomorrow, the next day? So wipe out. So again, just my very personal sharing, I felt like a fake. It didn't also help that I later on discovered that other financial advisors and even MDRTs, $1 million round table, these are like the top 6%, top 2% elite group. There were some MDRTs even from other companies in worse financial position than me, meaning baon pa sila sa utang. They're in debt and like their finances are even worse. So it was already old news for me that many financial advisors don't know how to handle their own money. And I'm not saying this to judge anyone. I'm just sharing my own personal experience because it happened to me. And it even happens to MDRTs. So I'm just giving you like the real shit. And this is based on personal experience as well. So where does stability come in? So I remember paying, I joined this seminar in 2018. So the Millionaire Mind Intensive, I remember paying like 12,500 pesos just to like get a VIP ticket for it. So, and for me, people might think, wow, you spend that much money on it. Ironically, I would say it was actually worth it because what I learned to this day related to stability, if you want a practical tip, I'm happy to share. So I'll keep it real simple. What worked for me in terms of stability is a very simple system that I learned, and I can share it with you. So the system I learned is this. It's called a money jar system. Now, I obviously won't be able to explain all of this in detail. If whoever wants, type deep dive down below in the comments. I'll be happy to share it with you in depth over Zoom. So it's called the money jar system. And again, T. Harv Eker is the guy behind the seminar, which I joined. And to make it real simple, there are 6 jars. The money is systematically divided, allocated. And what I love about this system in terms of stability is it's not all saving only. It actually gives purpose to each jar. So there's necessities, long-term savings for spending. There's a play jar, which I found very interesting because, again, I'm a saver. So I didn't know how to spend the play, which is psychologically actually very important. Education, so that's my funds for seminars, which I'll show you in a bit. Financial freedom account. This is one of the most important ones that was new to me. So these are like your money or funds that go into investments, businesses, anything that will make you financially free. So again, better to talk about that in depth. And then the last is a gift jar. So again, very, very, very important as well. But this system helped me achieve better stability. I learned it in 2018 and I still do it until now. If you follow my Counting My Blessings every day, you might catch me depositing to my money jars. I just did today. So that has helped me in terms of stability. Now, the next concern here I see is goals and work. So finances, stability, goals, and then work. So for goals and then work, what I would put here is this. So I'll share this because this is very recent. I still do my work again as a financial consultant. So this is what I would do if this relates to some of you. So in terms of stability and work, this is what I've been doing in the past days. So some people think, what's up? What's your activity? If you're challenged with production. So I attended this Philippine Life Insurance Congress. It's only 1,500 pesos, so it's an investment. I would put that under the education jar. Day 1 highlights, I would say the people I found very helpful. Bruce Etherington, this guy caught my attention. 52-year MDRT, 44-year top of the table member. Personal for me that I liked on the on-demand speakers was Karel. I have no idea who she is or was, but her talk was about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. So that one hit me because I've been learning that and studying that over the past few years in my personal development. Last day 2, this was just yesterday. Yup, just yesterday. The one that hit me here was the story of Mark Pingris and Danica Soto Pingris. So that one very heartfelt story from them. Again, Filipino origins. Uh, both their stories were really good. So nakakaiyak. And then Danica, um, again, really good stories. How they complemented each other. On Demand, Attorney Cabrera, a mentor I look up to in terms of estate planning. This one opens bigger cases. Again, I'll go back to the challenge. So I'll go back to the challenge that was shared. Finances, stability, goals, and work. Goals and work have some form of activity that would help you. I just shared mine, and I'm gonna do it. I said this in 2016. I will do it until failure. So some people might judge you in terms of your production, your money, like that. It like tune out the noise. Tune out the noise. So stay in your lane. Do what you do. I'm sharing what has worked for me to this day. So maybe you'll pick up some good lessons that you could apply. Again, if there are other people who have things that work for them in terms of their finances, stability, goals, and work, feel free to put it and share it in the chat so we can learn from each other. So, this was kind of a quick blitz, like sharing my best lessons on this. Again, I'm not claiming to be someone who is perfect, but I am sharing the best lessons that have worked for me to this day, which I still use and apply. So, type down deep dive below if ever you feel like you want, hey, I need a little more in depth. I want to learn more about something like the money jars or something like that. Or for those who want, again, to have a one on one, it's going to be a safe conversation, Zoom with me on your greatest challenge or problem in life right now. And you just need someone to listen to you and you want to go deep. Again, this is a conversation for someone who wants real, raw, and authentic conversations. Type down deep dive below and let's do it. Thank you. I love you, and I will see you next time.